right, we are here in Dulac. Beautiful place, beautiful people. As you know, we've been coming here and doing stories for many, many years. And you always hear the bad about a hurricane. And we've tried to bring you the good that happens during a hurricane and after a hurricane. And we're here today. We have a large contingency here in Dulac, and they're getting a helping hand from Sisters on the Run, the Sister Corps. We're going to explain that in a second. But first, I thought it would be nice to introduce everybody and let them say their names to you so you at home can know who we're talking to.
Good morning, Mitch Laughlin.
Morning, Ralph Billiot.
Good morning, I'm Paulina Laughlin, and this is Anira.
Good morning, James Laughlin.
I'm Sandy Keller, and I'm from Sisters on the Fly with Sister Corps.
All right, so before we get to Sandy, I just want to, and maybe I could talk to James and Pauline a little bit. Did y'all stay for the storm, or did y'all come back after the storm?
We came back after the storm. We left the day before the storm, and we came back probably the next day after the storm. We had to walk down most of the way to come down here, but we didn't stay here.
What did you see when you got back to this location? What was it like?
Devastation, heartbreak, that.
What would you estimate the winds were around this area?
At least 180 miles an hour, I'd say to 200 miles an hour. Yeah, I stayed up in Bayou Blue, north of Bayou Blue, and it was blowing pretty hard up there, and that's like 30 miles from here, 20 miles from here. So I imagine it was blowing pretty hard down here. Yeah. We stayed for we experienced all this other storms, and this is the first storm we had damage to. This house is 35 years old, and we never had damage before. This is the first time we had damage.
Yeah. And I asked you a little while ago how the crabbing was, because your crab traps are all back there, and your reply was?
I couldn't go fishing because the house got to come first.
Right.
Yeah, the house is a necessity, so we're going to fix the house first before we go fishing.
Obviously. And Pauline, what was it like going in your realm of things to see a storm of this magnitude hit this area? It looked like a bomb went off all around this area. And just give me in your own words what you were feeling at the time.
A lot of heartbreak, because it was really sad to come back and see our everything so devastated, and it still is. But yeah, it was really, it's hard. It still is. It's still hard to deal with everything and seeing all the destruction. But things are getting better. We're getting help finally. It's been hard to find help, but so thankful for the sisters group. I'm very happy, that they came to help, and pretty soon we'll be back in our home thanks to them, and my husband and my son and friends. Yeah. So yeah.
I think Anaza wants to be a reporter one day, huh? Trying to grab the microphone, huh?
She said it's her turn. My turn. Kev, I did.
So pretty, so pretty. Yeah. And let me talk. I saw when we drove up, you were up there. Yeah. And couldn't help but see you were a member of the Coast Guard. Yes, sir, on the back, and but you're up there on the lift, trying to help out.
Trying to help, yeah, absolutely, trying to help out. Me and Ralph came. I flew from California, went to Texas. We got some parts, got tools, and get a game plan. Help Ralph's dad, help my dad. Do what we can, try to get our old men back in the house,
Yeah, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And Mr. Bill Yacht, you were talking, family, friends here, or what?
Family and friends, helping each other out, trying to make sure everything's prepared for the storm season. Our dads and stuff, making sure they're good to go.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and let me come over here, and I'm going to talk to Sandy for a little bit, and we'll spend more than one segment. If I have to take a break, I'll come back. But
okay.
Just tell me, because I was amazed when I got here, and I'm grateful you're letting a mister interview the missus, because there's no men in this organization, isn't there?
There are no men in the Sisters on the Fly. It is a group of women, and it started as a women's adventure group, camping and fly fishing and just being together and exploring new things to just be together with. Fun stuff, camping and vintage trailers. A lot of us have vintage trailers, but we're a pretty independent group. I'm kind of a little late to the Sister Corps. It's been going for about 4.5 years, but this is my first Sister Corps trip. I was with a group of quilters, and that's what I spend a lot of my time doing now in retirement is I do a lot of quilting. But I was talking about some of the things that I had done construction-wise. My husband and I had done a lot of rehabbing houses and DIY stuff on our own homes. And I own a lot of tools. And so they were like, why aren't you in Sister Corps? So I signed up for this trip. And here I am, brought my compressor and my staple guns, and so we're laying flooring and putting up sheetrock and getting some things done here. We've finished 2 rooms worth of flooring, both bedrooms, and put baseboard down yesterday. I think furniture got moved in 1 room last night, and sheetrock up in the living room, and taping bed's been going well. We came to town with a little bit over 40 women. Some of them stay back at camp to get inventory together and do meals and meal prep. We've got medic teams. We've got people coordinating the work teams. We've got 12 work sites across the area. So we're busy.
So let's do this. We got to take a break, a mandatory break. Before we get to the break, so James, just real quick, be careful how you answer this. These women are very meticulous when they're laying floors down and everything else, so you sort of have to stay out of their way and let them do some things, right?
Yes, I do, and they made it clear to me they're allowing me to be here because I own the house. That's the only reason I'm here. They said they didn't want no women and no children around. They want to be by themselves.
There's a lot of work going on. When I got here, James was on a lift. James, the father, was inside. Mr. Bill Yacht went up there. They were trying to get the window frame out. And then Pauline is making sure everything's going just perfect. But Sandy, I want to find out, I saw license plates from all over. They got East, West, Midwest, all across the United States. But y'all are able to go around and help people in disasters. How do y'all pay for this?
Well, we've actually, we have a website. We've got some really smart sisters, programmers and lawyers, and we've got retired teachers. We've got a lot of sisters that work with corporations and with donations. So you can go to sistercorps.com, and there's a donate button. And so you can help us out like that. You can just find a sister on the fly and go to the and say, how do I help? But we are a nationwide organization, and on this trip we've got people here from Maryland, people here from Arizona, New Mexico, so we're from all over. All of our personal expenses we pay for ourselves. So every time somebody donates money, or every time a company donates something, we use that for materials. And all of our personal expenses, hotels or gas and food, all of that we pay for ourselves.
You know, that's fantastic to hear. But when you say y'all pay your personal expenses, I can imagine traveling, especially with the cost of gas and diesel. Right now, that gets pretty expensive.
Yes, last week my husband took my car to get the oil changed, and he washed the car and filled it up with gas, and he came back to the house and he said, that was $160, now you can't afford to go. And
You are here.
But I'm here, yeah. He was just teasing.
Right.
Yeah, so I loaded the car up anyway and came.
Oh, that is just fantastic that y'all do this. I'm going to come back to Pauline. So from a woman's standpoint, all us men can sit here and talk all we want, but these ladies have done a great job. As a mother and as someone who really has to watch over the household, as the motherly figure, what do these ladies mean when they came down, and what does that mean to you as a family?
It means a lot. It shows, a lot of caring people, and they want to help out. They really want to help us. I feel so fortunate. I'm very happy now. We've been kind of down, but yeah, I knew they were coming, and I kept telling my husband, we're going to get help soon. They're coming. It's only a few more weeks, and yeah, so we got really excited when they came, But I'm glad. I'm glad that they have this group, and and I love what they're doing. That they can work like men.
Right.
They're doing a man's job, and yeah, so it's good. I think it's great. Wish I could be part of it too.
Well, you got your hands full.
Right.
Literally, right. Literally.
And I want you to know that Monday, Pauline fixed lunch for us, and so we had traditional beans and rice and sausage for lunch on Monday, and we sat on the stacks of sheetrock and ate lunch and talked about grandchildren. And around the room, the common thing was, she said, I had to cook because that's what I do. And we said, well, that's what all grandmothers do is. And I said, that was my grandmother's favorite saying was when you said, what can I do for you, Granny? And she'd say, put your feet under my table. And that is what grandmothers do. That's what we do for each other. Put your feet under my table. I want to feed you. And so this is something else we can do for each other. We can help. We can share.
And let me ask James something, because, you know, this is sort of a slash between getting things done and pride. We all want to take care of our own homes, but it gets overwhelming at times, especially in a situation like this when you drive down Dulac. You could pick a bayou. It doesn't matter. The devastation was unbelievable, and I always tell people it's not, you know, a week at a time. It's an hour at a time. It got down to minutes at a time. And what does this mean to you?
It means a lot that we got this extra help that give us that boost to keep on going, to get things done, to get us over a hill where, okay, we're on the downside, fixing the house where we could get back in. And you know, like I said, the work they done, it would have took me 2 weeks to do that by myself. What they doing, if I had the knowledge to do it. You know, some of the, like the sheetrock, I didn't know how to fool with sheetrock, so they came in there and they know how to fool with sheetrock. That helped a lot, you know, where they could work on that and I could, you know, go back and forth and help the different ones. But it means a lot, very much, very generous and very appreciative of it.
And the sooner you finish this house, the sooner those nets in the back get back in the water.
Yeah, we could go back to making some money, and money's getting tight, so it's going to be soon. We're going to get back in the water and get back fishing again.
All right, and I just want to reiterate, we're going to put a big graphic for you to donate to this cause. And you know I don't come on TV often and tell you to donate to anything unless I think it's very good. These women are traveling all over the place. They need your help so that they can help people in our community. So send them a little extra check if you have it. And with that said, Sandy, thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more here on HTV. Now go away.